Cane Corsos are relatively remarkable in the canine world because of their versatility. As Mastiffs, they are superbly protective and very heavy set, but they go far beyond guardianship in their skills. Given their extensive development in Italy prior to kennel club recognition elsewhere in the world, where they were rural jack-of-all-trades dogs, what this means for trainability is that whilst most Mastiff breeds rank in the bottom for working intelligence, according to Stanley Corrin's research, Cane Corsos would likely rank much higher if they had been included, with learning skills comparable to those of Weimaraners and Vizslas. Given the lateness of the Cane Corso's rise to popularity, there is little research on their trainability, but breed history and professional experience tell us that they are among the most trainable dog breeds out there. However, what is always necessary to bear in mind is that breeds with a high degree of instinctive intelligence are typically less easy to teach unrelated skills to. In practice, this means that teaching a Basset hound to track a scent is easy, whilst teaching one to herd sheep is all but impossible. In the case of the Cane Corso, their versatility makes their general trainability very high, but their innate instinct to protect and engage can often override their willingness to learn. Indeed, a dog whose DNA fizzes with protectiveness is juggling focuses, one eye on the handler and another eye on the horizon for potential attackers. They will also likely never make for very good post retrievers, given their inevitable wariness of the couriers. This is why it's fundamental to your training success with Cane Corsos to soften the edges of their inherent drives with directed exercise before training, which has been proven to improve the efficacy of training sessions in every piece of research that has done it. You can shift things even more into your favour by tapping into their instincts with the exercise. For example, by walking them in unfamiliar locations to use their vigilance. The next thing to consider in terms of ease of training is the Corso's motivations. One thing that is stacked in your favour with these dogs is that they live to please their owners, meaning that they will likely respond well to training from any member of the family, large or small, adult or child, if that bond has been established, and they will work hard for praise and fuss. That said, they are not breeds known for being massively driven by food or by toys in terms of rewards, but there are exceptions, and fortunately, those who tend not to be motivated by one of those three rewards are usually motivated by at least one of the others. On top of that, because Corsos are slow to mature, like most giant breeds, they are motivated by play for much longer than other breeds. Unfortunately, there are many specimens of the breed out there who are such serious and intense dogs that they respond only to firm, unquestionable, authoritative leaders who allow for no inconsistencies in their approach. Indeed, research has shown that unneutered males of various breeds are often somewhat less amenable to instruction, especially if they haven't received early training. When thinking about the ease of training for the Cane Corso, it's worth noting that their brains are capable of extraordinary feats of intelligence and application, not to mention willingness to engage in learning. So if you're only looking to task them with the basics in obedience, then you are indeed looking at a pretty easy job. A typical Corso puppy can be taught the foundation of commands such as sit, stay, break, recall within a week, meaning that the real work only comes from proofing these commands by adding distance, duration and distraction. As I mentioned, the latter is likely to take the most work, not because they are poorly focused, quite the contrary in fact, but because they are always working as protectors by monitoring the environment that they're in for potential threat, which is a valuable and deep-rooted trait. Now, managing that Corso's protectiveness when training unrelated skills is the only real impediment most owners will find to their training successes. But all that it means is a longer commitment to the process and the establishment of rock-solid response within the house first. Now, in sum, the Corso's supreme intelligence, purpose-bred history of versatility, and eagerness to please its beloved owners makes it an extremely trainable breed. But its working drives will always be alive in it, meaning special consideration must be given when training contradictory skills to your Corso.